Hi all, in this documentation we will see how SAP Lumira can help us analyze the health case data, showing the number of people infected by HIV each year and the various categories. This data is acquired from CDC Wonder and being imported from an Excel sheet. The dataset we are analyzing is over several data sheets and spanning several rows and columns. The data set what we're looking at now consists of total cases, year reported, the number of cases diagnosed. SAP Lumira helps us customize our data by helping us with several options. One of the options is to fix ambiguities with locations. We can mark the location either on the basis of their names or passing latitudes and longitudes. The ambiguities can be corrected by selecting the best choice from the options provided by SAP Lumira. Same can be done by passing latitudes and longitudes. This helps us achieve higher precision and this brings us to our first visualization. We can have a targeted region based on city, country, region or a sub-region. For our visualization, we will be considering the cities. We shall make use of heat chart to show what region marks the maximum number of cases being reported over last year by passing rectangle color to be total cases, the main category axis to be city, and the secondary category axis to be region. Since we are targeting US, we can filter the other values out. We can show the maximum number of cases by changing the legend color. The maximum number of cases has been reported from New York City. Having known the highest cases reported in a region, we can create a drill down report to showcase the region under New York and others to showcase the cases that were reported and diagnosed in 2002. That marks the last updated data. We do this by selecting the rectangle weight to be 2002, year reported, the rectangular color to be 2002, diagnosed, and the rectangle title to be subregions. And filtering the excess values out. This brings us to our first storyboard. The cities, the maximum number of cases, and the region that belongs to that particular city. We are now making use of a different spreadsheet to showcase the HIV category that we are targeting. A good analysis would be if we know the total cases and the percentage constituent as a whole. We shall be making use of a funnel chart to showcase the same, whereby we place the cases in the primary values and HIV exposure categories in the categories, whereby we get the number of cases as the percentage value and the total cases that were reported over the years for those particular categories. Now that we know the region and the category that marks the maximum number of cases, we make use of a different data set to analyze our data based on the drug users, and the other risk a case suffers from. This can be done using a line and a column chart, which helps us to visualize our data for the participants that are drug users and that are not. Missing here refers to the cases that were suffering from hemophilia, and the same goes for other category. We would want to know this against the region those cases belongs to. This can be done by having the attribute heterosexual partner is an IV drug users in the primary values and the other risk in the secondary values, and the access label marked as the location and the region color to be heterosexual partner has other risk. Here we see the data based on the other risk, and the heterosexual partner is a IV drug users and the location. Moving on, we would like to know the exact figures against the year where the participant are a IV drug user or suffer from other risk. This can be done by making use of a cloud chart, where we shall consider the cases that are beyond 5000. For this, we make use of filters, wherein we pass the filters value as the other risk and set the attributes between 5000 and 13,190. The tag names to be other risk, and the tag family to be heterosexual partner is a IV drug user, and the tag weights to be year. This gives us the exact figure against the years and helps us know the number of cases that were reported highest for a particular year. We would also want to visualize our data based on the partners that were involved. If the partners were HIV positive or the modes of exposure were multiple, we can generalize this data by making use of a bubble chart, whereby we pass the primary values to be hetero cases and the secondary values to be multiple modes of exposure. We set the columns field against multiple modes of exposure and the rows against a heterosexual partner is a HIV positive. To this, we also add a region color. To this, we also set the bubble width of the year reported. We also add the bubble width to year reported. We shall go ahead and make use of the storyboard and let the client decide for the data to be visualized. As of right now, the storyboard displays the data for the year 2002. The data can be better visualized if we pass the attribute year reported in the controls and view the data for 1987. Similarly, the values can be viewed for the other years too. For all the data being visualized so far, we can put them across in the same storyboard. And ready to be sent to our client. Thank you for your time.